Problems of addiction. What is a drug? A drug is a medicine or other substance which has a psychological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced into the body. What is the most addictive drug? Today I will inform you about heroin. I will be speaking about overdose, how it affects you, the body, and the app I have created. According to Hero Miles, the most addictive drug is heroin. While other drugs can be addictive, not all are created equal. Heroin is also referred to as H, dope, smack, or many other street names. Heroin suppresses prescription painkillers. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, a large dose of heroin depresses heart rates and breathing to such an extent that a user cannot survive without medical help. Because of the huge increase in overdose deaths from prescription overdose abuse, there has been a greater demand for overdose prevention services. In addition, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration released an opioid overdose prevention toolkit in August of 2013 that provides helpful information necessary to develop policies, practices to prevent opioid-related overdose and deaths. Heroin binds to an active specific receptor in the brain called opioid receptors. The consequences of activating opioid receptors with external administrative drugs such as heroin depends on a variety of factors. Those factors are how much is used, where in the brain or body it binds, and how strongly it binds and for how long. Once heroin enters the brain, it is converted to morphine and binds rapidly opioid reciprocators. With heroin, the rush is usually accompanied by a warm flushing of skin, dry mouth, and a heavy feeling in the extremities, which may be accompanied by nausea, vomiting, and severe itching in the body. The app I have created is called Reverse Addiction Worldwide. Reverse addiction is about decreasing the addiction. It is also about saving your loved one and having access to a helpline that will be available 24 hours. This helpline will also be available in every language, so if your parents speak Spanish, you don't have to worry about them not being able to understand because we will have translation for that. If they speak Arabic, for example, my app will also be able to provide Arabic translation, and it will also provide a free tablet for those that can't afford like a smart device like a cell phone, an iPod, an Apple Watch, whatever the case may be. I will be able to provide tablets. I will also be able to provide Wi-Fi access, so if there's no internet provided in your home, or if you come from a low-income family, I will also be able to provide Wi-Fi hotspots free of charge. You won't have to pay anything for it. In my app, the Decreasing Addiction will feature alternatives such as drinking water to avoid dry mouth. So just like I mentioned earlier, heroin does create dry mouth, so the Decreasing Addiction, that feature will create something, an alternative, which is water, and that will help with the addiction and your dry mouth. Heavy breathing in the arms and the legs as well. And then Saving a Loved One will feature how to speak to a loved one. I know that sometimes an addict can deny them having an addiction, so my app will feature how you will talk to someone who has that certain addiction. So it's gonna tell you how to speak to them, not in an aggressive way, in a way that it would calm them down and let them realize that they have an addiction. And then lastly, our helpline features our helpline number, obviously, and it will be free of charge, and you don't need to pay a fee for this. As someone who has a family, I know that this will benefit your loved one who you are trying to help from this addiction. Once again, this app is free of charge and has a variety of features. Be sure to download Reverse Addiction now to help save your loved one. Thank you.